Page 6, Edelweiss. It's from the musical Sound of Music. 3/4 time. We're still using white keys on the piano. That's fine. Let's check that. I don't see anything tricky about the rhythm here if you understand dotted rhythms again, because we got a little bit of that. Your left hand starts. I'm going to take both hands together here because you're only playing one hand at a time, except for a couple of spots, and I'll cover those. But you're starting here on the E, and that puts your hand here. The right hand, you have second finger on the D, and that puts your hand here. So we're here again. You don't need these other finger numbers. Just get rid of them. We don't want them. We're here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember the dotted half note. It is the same as 3 quarter notes. Just memorize that. Doesn't matter what the time signature is. It's always the same as 3 quarter notes. So if you know what a quarter note gets, take that times 3, and here it's three counts. So it's the whole measure. It comes in handy. And then third measure, 1, 2, 3. Let's go down to the last line. It's measure 15, 13. Measure 13. 1, 2. Here. Now you're playing both hands at the same time. You're just here, here. And the E is tied. You don't play it again. You hold it down for 6 counts, but the C is not tied. That curved line above it is a slur. It's not a tie. So you play the C again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. While holding the E down, you play the C again. Then going on, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go down to the last line on page 7. It's measure 29. 1, 2, 3, 1. We've had this before. The C is not tied. You play it again, but the E is tied. You just hold it down. That's really the piece. It's just really nice. So you go through and learn it at whatever speed. Go as slow as you gotta go. And then go through and take out any hesitations so the beat is a steady beat. No hesitations allowed. And again, you ought to be able to get to where you play this without looking at the keyboard also. You got to remember which keys your fingers are on. We got to drill ourselves on this stuff. Then as far as the slurs goes, I don't agree with the slurring at all. I suggest maybe you follow the words. And if you have a comma or a period or something like that in the words, then maybe you can lift up. So here it's lift up. Because there's a comma there, Edelweiss. Lift up. Lift up. When I say lift up, I mean it's just a gentle lift. It's like taking a breath. It's just a small bit of silence. Just make sure you connect this at the bottom. Page 6, the last 3 measures. Measure 14. Make sure you connect all that together. So you go through and put in the slurring, and then we'll go back and add the dynamics, which is the louds and softs, and there isn't a lot going on here. It's MP at the beginning. That's just mezzo piano, which means moderately soft, medium soft, sort of soft. It's not soft, it's just sort of soft. Whatever you think that is, because it'll change. And you're staying basically there until page 7 on measure 17. Now you go up a little bit to moderately loud. There's not a lot of difference between moderately soft and moderately loud. They're both in the moderate area. It's just one's on the soft side and one's on the loud side. Just go up a little bit. And you're staying there for 2 lines, and then on measure 25 you go back down to where you were at the beginning, moderately soft. Now, I missed it before, I'm going to point it out now. On page 7 in the first line. Connect this whole line together. Forget the slurs they're giving you. Connect this whole line together. Then you can lift up. Again, I'm following the commas or the periods or whatever in the words to tell me when to lift up. You don't necessarily have to have a slur just because a note goes to the next staff. Look on measure 17. The first note's up here on the top staff. The second note is on the bottom staff here. They're on two different staffs. I don't need the slur to tell me to connect them. I'm going to connect them anyway. You don't separate them just because it goes to a different staff. Music goes sideways, this way, and we use whichever staff we got it to make it so it's playable. And that's why it's doing that. I mean, one hand could play this whole thing, but they split it up very nicely this way. So connect that. And even if they didn't give you a slur, connect it. Then speed, slowly, I'm sure you can find recordings of this, and if you're going to listen to recordings, listen to several. Don't just listen to one or two. And you'll find it at different speeds. It's just a very gentle waltz. So you learn it, get to where you, no hesitations and everything, and when you feel you're ready, then come back to this video, to the Play With Me section, and let's play it together slowly to double check that you have all the right notes and the right rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics, just the notes and the rhythms. I will lift up between the phrases. I'll give us 3 counts because there's only 3 beats in a measure. So let's try it slowly together. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There is a duet for this at the bottom of the page for somebody, your teacher, somebody who can play that music to play along with you. I'd like to play that and you play your part. I'm going to speed this up to a little closer to how fast it should go. It's not a fast piece, but it should go faster than what we just did. But again, I need you to go up an octave on the keyboard. So we're just going to pretend that middle C is higher up. It's going to be the next C up. And pretend that's middle C, and instead of here, you're going to be here. Play it all up here. Not that fast, but play it up here. I'll give us 3 counts. Now let's try it together. Keep in mind the duet part at the bottom is completely different than what you've got, so you have to focus on what you're doing. But listen to what I'm doing so we stay together, because I can't hear you, I can't stay with you. You have to stay with me on this. So put your hands up here, and here we go. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Three. one.